Right? All right. Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right. All of y'all at home, hold up.
Hold up.
I done came down. Hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up. Kirko Bangs. You remember Kirko Bangs, dude?
I do.
What happened to Kirko Bangs? He made that one song. And no more.
Well, I didn't even know what the song was.
It was literally that. It was like, I done came down. Hold up. Hold up.
I don't know.
Hold on before we get.
Yeah, play it for me
Yeah,
real
hold on.
quick.
Everybody's got to hear Kurt Cobain.
What is Kurt Cobain? That can't be Kurt Cobain's most popular song.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Okay, yeah, but you get the point.
Yeah.
That's
I
it drank in my cup, dude.
I done came down.
Hold up. Yeah.
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 Good times. But anyways, we're going to get into the podcast now in 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and on YouTube if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs, bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Biles.
What
Biles. Yeah, Devin is not here today. And
He's working late.
Late into the day.
Late.
It's tough being old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
It's
Especially when you have a real job like Devin, you know?
It's garbage.
It is.
It's garbage working, you know what I'm saying?
It is garbage.
I think we should all live in just a communist society. You know, I'm just kidding. No, honestly though, like it would be crazy if like I feel like 200 years from now, AI is going to be doing all the work, you know, and then we won't be here, but all of those people that exist at that time, what are they going to do? What do you do when AI
They're gonna kick it, bro.
You think that's what's going to happen? They're just going to
No.
kick it?
No, they're not gonna
No.
kick it.
There's going to be something worse happening. Like, honestly, I think we're living in the best possible time right before AI takes
I
over.
feel like that's probably what everybody thinks, you know?
That they're in the best possible time?
Yeah.
No, dude. You think the people of World War I thought they were in the best possible time?
Well, no, but like,
what about World War II?
like technologically speaking.
No, I'm
you
talking
know what
about,
I mean?
like, the
Oh,
cutoff.
just as far as like,
Yeah.
maybe to be in America. I mean, there's plenty of wars and shitty things going
yeah.
on right now, you know?
Definitely. I'm talking technologically, like...
So technologically, they probably thought shit was getting crazy in the world wars because that's when technology really started booming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all their technology was going towards, like, you know, murdering people at that time, you know, specifically innocent people.
Bro, World War I is like when we switched from like wooden boats to like metal boats.
Oh, I
You
thought
know
we were
what
talking
I
about
mean?
World War
Like,
II. Okay, my bad. Yeah, World War I, still, everything being made was like, how can we further the war machine?
I mean, totally, you know, but
Yeah.
like that's how society advances
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well,
you know
World
what I mean?
War I, like the French, or not I don't remember who it was actually, but somebody in World War I was still using fucking horses, like just rolling up on horses and like wearing
Hell
the
yeah.
red and like the big top hat and all that shit, like, you know, the big like hat with the buckles on it and all that bullshit. And fucking Germany is over there with fucking machine guns. And they're just like, what is happening? I'm like,
Yeah, bro, that would suck to just be riding up on your horse with
Yeah.
a fucking sword, like.
they're like, for Ferdinand or whatever. Just like, get murdered. No, but like, I don't know. I feel like I didn't mean it in the way of like technology is the best right now. I mean, we're on the cusp of technology completely killing off everything.
Yeah.
Like, we're on the verge of Judgment Day.
Either that or we're on the verge of, like, living forever because of technology.
That's true.
We're like one Neuralink away from, like, fucking...
Living forever as permanent slaves to the AI. Like, what if the AI are the ones kicking it in 200 years and the people are doing all the work,
I don't know, man.
You're
giving me an existential crisis over here, bro. Welcome to GameSpeak Podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. No. Welcome to GameSpeak. But yeah. So what you been up to this week?
Right? Chilling, man. Just working my existence away.
Oh yeah,
now I'm still down the existential loop over here.
And I'm proud to be an American.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I've been chilling.
Well, you're Australian technically at your job.
I am. I walk straight through those doors and just just become a shooter for Steve. You know what I mean?
Damn. Yeah. Like yeah. How's it been going over there? Like,
it's pretty good. It's really chill. The one thing is, like, there's one weird thing about Outback, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this.
Like, by who? The FBI or, like, the Outback?
The Outback, But it's just like, okay, so it's interesting because when you're working for Outback as a server, they have, like, server assistants, which is pretty cool, right? Have I to explain this to you already?
You told me, but you can tell the world now.
Okay, I can tell the world. There's these server assistants, right? And they, like, get your drinks for you. So they do, like, 50% of the job of being a server,
Yeah.
But then they take, like, a massive chunk of your tips. You know what I mean? Like, nearly half of your tips go to these fucking people. Which is
so unfortunate.
It's cool. It's cool and all because you can take a lot of tables because they're all doing your shit for you. But it's like...
You'd rather just do, like, 2 tables and get a bunch of money.
Honestly, I make plenty of money, and it's like, I'm not used to it. It's just different from any other waiting tables thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels weird.
Like I was saying about technology. Slowly killing us day by day. No, I'm just kidding. No, but eventually they'll have non-assistants. It'll just be robots doing your whole job. Yeah, and they just come in and they're just like, they tune their, like, I guess, like emotions to whatever the person is that's ordering the food. They just relate. Yeah, they're like, would you like to hear a joke? And then it's just like, the most deadpan, like.
I would fucking love that.
Me
dude.
too. Let's be real.
I wish I could go to that restaurant.
Just only sick. Dad jokes. Like you tell them that, like, like, hey, 304, I just dad jokes today, please. Got it. It'd be awesome. But like, yeah, this week I'm trying to think of what I have done in my life. Basically nothing at all. Just work.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.
So it's a worky kind of week, unfortunately.
Yeah, I need to hurry up and get promoted so I can get more money because I want to go on vacation again. I miss those days.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been in this perpetual, like, halfway to promotion mode because, like, my job, they're expanding. They started real small and they're, like, growing. But I basically have to wait till somebody above me moves up or moves, horizontally, like to a different position or whatever. I'm basically like, okay, yeah, I will be a supervisor just when somebody moves to a different spot. And, so who knows when that's going to be. So I'm just kind of chilling, like waiting.
Yeah.
Well,
that's exciting, though.
I guess. I mean, I've been waiting for like 6 months now.
Oh, geez.
It sucks. But it is what it is. At least I get overtime if I need it and stuff like that. But I definitely want to get up there so I can get back to traveling. I want to go to like, Florida again. Not for Disney World, but for like, I want to go to the other one, Universal.
Oh, yeah. You want to go to Mario World?
I want to go to Mario. I want to see the Harry Potter shit.
I want to, too, actually. Let me know. I'll go with you. That'd be fun.
Dude, as soon as I get the
group trip going on.
Yeah, dude, get the group on.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. That actually would be a lot of fun. I really want to go to Harry Potter World. I really want to go to Mario World.
Oh, same. Yeah, dude, they showed off like the like what the Donkey Kong roller coaster is gonna look like when they add it.
I saw the part where it like jumps over the tracks. Yes. That was tight.
Yeah, it makes it like when you're on it, you're gonna feel like it's jumping, but it's actually just cool mechanisms that makes it seem that way.
It looks really fun.
Yeah, man.
I'm super down. Honestly, like all of Mario World looks cool to me. Like the fucking the Mario Kart ride looks cool with the 3D glasses and stuff.
Oh yeah, all
and
of
then
it.
the Harry Potter rides. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd.
I want to do the like Hagrid's motorcycle thing. That one looks so cool. But anyways, I guess we can get into the world of currently playing.
Yes. I'm still on that Persona 3 kick. You know what I mean? It's lasted me a while. They like tell you how many bosses there are in the game, which there were like 12, and I only got 3 left to beat. But I'm sure there's some kind of secret shit that happens after all that happens. So
oh yeah, of course. It's Persona.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Persona without 400 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, it's ridiculously long, but I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? But I really want to play Final Fantasy VII, but I can't bring myself to start another JRPG while I'm like 40 hours into one. You know what I mean? I'm forcing myself to finish Persona before I start Final Fantasy. And then the whole time at the back of my mind, I want to play Helldivers, but I also don't want to be social at all, but I also don't want to play solo, but I also don't want to like play with randoms.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the only time I'm like online to play is like 1 a.m, you know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't seem like the ideal game for me, but I really want to play it at the same time. I don't know.
It looks alright. I don't know. There's just something, it looks so like, it looks fun, but to me, it's kind of like it's something that's been done a million times before, but they just haven't done it in a long time. So everybody's like, yes.
I mean, I'm sold on it. It looks great to me just because the price is so low and how like, I don't know, just genuinely fun it looks. But it like I've heard people say you can't really play it solo because
you can. They say you can play, so it's a little bit harder, but you can. Like I've heard people say they've played it, like have been playing it solo, but like
because I would play the shit out of it solo, you know what I mean?
It just reminds me of like like older games like that would come out on like the original Xbox or like PS2, but like modern day version of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like something that like is from a bygone era, but added multiplayer, like online multiplayer into it. Like it kind of reminds me of like the Conflict Desert Storm games or like things like that, where like you're getting like run up by a bunch of people, and you basically have like 4 people and all this stuff, or like even like Left 4 Dead. Like it reminds me of that a little bit. It's like things that have been done before, but just a little bit different and more modern. And I feel like people are eating that shit up because we've gone so long without one.
See, what I think it is like, okay, it's purely focused on the gameplay. You know what I mean? And I think so many games are focused on like, like just the story or the graphics or anything but like making it a fun experience, you know what I mean? Whereas like I feel like that people are eating this up because it's like it's just that's what the only thing that they focused on in this game was just making it as fun as possible. Probably it's like Dave the Diver. I think that's why Dave the Diver was so successful. I don't know why that randomly pops into my head, but it's just such a simple concept where the only thing you can tell that they like maximize is just how can we make this the most fun per like second, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, no, that makes sense. I think maybe that's another reason why it doesn't interest me that much, is because it's like there's no story. I mean, there's like a story, but there's no story.
Yeah.
There's really, it's like you just kind of drop in to do stuff and then back out. And I've already got a game like that.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's where I waste my time. But like, I don't need another time waster. I need something like, if I'm gonna play it, it's got to have something substantive. Substantial. Yeah, dude. I swear my memory is getting worse and worse. Like I know that word. Like I've been like recently, like I'll be thinking, like I'll literally think about something and then 3 or 4 minutes later, I'll be like trying to remember what I was thinking about, like, and it just is gone. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot.
Like what is happening, dude? Is it
floats off into the ethos?
I've never had that problem before. I'm starting to think I've got actual Jamal's timers, dude. Like, or like, something's happening in my brain. Now, I'm going to have to go and figure it out. I'm going to go talk to a doctor, and he might just be like, you're just thinking so hard about it that it's happening more and more. You know, I don't
know, man. You might have Alzheimer's.
Dude, if I have Alzheimer's, I'm going to be so mad, dude. Like, specifically you have this. Only you.
It works too well with your name, unfortunately. For you to not get it, so I'm sorry.
Dementia, dude.
Oh, no, dude. It works too good. Oh,
like, it's coming. No, but, like, yeah. Anyways. But, yeah, so that's what else have you been playing?
That's really it, I think. Let me think. No, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. I've been on Warzone, obviously, but also Sekiro.
Ooh, you still on the Sekiro?
Yeah, I've beaten like every boss in the beginning areas up until I haven't beat the headless one in like the Ashina area. The headless guy in the cave who like you walk like really slow in there, and he like shoots shit at you, and you get terrified so fast and die like almost immediately. You know who I'm talking about?
I can't remember.
Like that guy, and then I'm fighting the what's his name, Genshiro, the
guy on the horse.
No, I already beat him forever ago. The guy on the
is my favorite. Like,
the guy on the horse.
Well, I just like his little like he runs out and he's like, my name. He just talks some shit.
Yeah, his name is like Guburo or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Genshiro or whatever this guy's name is the guy. He's like a samurai, and he's got 3 fucking phases. He's on the top of a building. Like, you get up there, and then it does a little cutscene.
Okay.
With the kid, and the kid is like, I will never, betray him.
Is this where you're like, it's like you're outside, but you're like, there's a roof over you still? Yeah, okay, I know with the fucking one, yeah.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
That was a hard-ass fight, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, how many phases have you got through?
I almost beat him like 3 times.
So you've gotten him down to that fucking lightning shit at the end? Yeah.
Dude, the lightning shit's bullshit. If you mess up one time, it's over.
But it's also where you can do the most fucking shit to him. Like, he does this thing there, and there's a way to counter it. I can't remember fucking, but God, that shit pissed me off, dude. I fought him for like 3 days straight, bro.
Yeah, I just didn't even fuck with it
and
today.
There was one. It was like Madam Butterfly pissed me the fuck off.
I kicked her ass,
dude. She fucked me up so bad, and then like. She was the first real thing that challenged me. I don't know what it was about that fight that fucking... Because I didn't realize the secret thing to do, so I was just trying to raw dog it.
Because she had 2 phases.
Yeah, and that's what pissed me off.
And it only showed 1.
I know. What pissed me off is, like, I killed her, and I fucking threw the controller down, and I started celebrating and shit, and then she came back to life and just fucking ate my fucking face off. I was like, this bitch.
She's fast.
Have you fought the monkey dude yet? The big-ass ape? Thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, basically, the Genshiro guy is a cutoff. You can't do anything else until you beat him.
Yeah.
Like, and I beat all the bosses up until his point. So, like, I beat the bull with the fire on its head. I beat the daddy Robert's dad, on the bridge, the knight guy.
Hell yeah.
I beat the
I love those fights.
The dojo guy who's just like super quick with the samurai sword.
Oh yeah,
And then I beat the Lady Butterfly. Fucking
pissed me the fuck
just
off,
all of them.
She was the first one that really gave me trouble. I smoked everyone up until Lady Butterfly, and then she just fucking. It took me like 2 days to beat her, dude. Like, I had to relearn how, because up to that point I was actually dodging everything with the dodge. I hadn't learned to parry properly until that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have to with her. Like, there's no way to beat her without like learning the fucking step thrust thing. You know what I mean? Like,
the way I beat her, I just like anytime I got the kanji symbol, I jumped because she would like dive in, and so like I figured out that if you just jump, like you'll dodge it every time. So like what I would do is, I would go in and I wouldn't give her any room to breathe. I'd just beat the shit out of her, and then as soon as I heard like her parry me, I would start parrying, because then she'd come in with like an onslaught, and I just got her fucking postured to break real fast.
Yeah.
And then whenever the second phase starts and she has the ghosts that come out of the ground or whatever, I would just run around the whole thing until they disappeared. I wouldn't even fight them, like, until she called him back, and then I just ran up to her and beat the shit out of her, and then I would run around again, and then come back, and she wouldn't catch up to you. So I was like, it took me like 4 or 5 tries until I realized that she wouldn't follow me, or like she would try to but couldn't catch me. So I was like, oh, well, fuck that. I'm not going to fight her while all these fuckers are trying to hit me. So like I just ran around the thing, and then whenever she calls them back, they all become like these glowing, like, butterflies that she shoots at you. And so like as long as you don't get hit by that, like, she's easy. Like, so I just like
my problem was like I had so much trouble with her first phase that like by the time I would get to the second phase, I would have already died and like resurrected, and like I'd be all fucked up like on my last little bit of health, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I don't know. The first phase was, after I did it about 2 times, the first phase became super easy for me, and I could always get to the second phase and then get fucked up by those ghosts. You know, like, just because, so
it's weird. Some of the bosses in that game are just like, I don't know, like if once you figure out the little technique, you can just smoke them. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
like, and it's crazy because you'll go back and play like New Game Plus or something and come to some of those early bosses that were giving you trouble,
I'll
like
just fuck them
like
up.
that spear dude at the very beginning. You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
7 spears,
bro,
or whatever.
You're gonna fuck him up when you go back to New Game Plus. I promise you that. And like, you know, the dude at the unwinnable fight at the beginning or whatever. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, you can definitely win that fight.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. As soon as I beat the 7 spears guy, I was like, man, I wish I had this like skill when I first fought that guy, because I want to know what you get for beating that guy at the beginning.
I beat him in the New Game Plus, and it just gives you like the same cutscene, but it gives you like a little bit of a like he does something first, like he's like, ooh, and then like he does the same cutscene, but it's like you get the satisfaction of knowing
that you beat him.
I did the same thing in Elden Ring too. You know, like there's like a little mini boss that they throw at you right at the beginning of Elden Ring. That's supposed to fucking kill you.
Oh yeah, I fucked that dude up first round.
His ass, bro.
First round, dude.
I smoked his bitch ass.
Yeah, same. That was easy.
I can't wait for the Elden Ring DLC.
Oh, dude, me either. That's why I jumped into Sekiro, but now I'm gonna be fucked because
it's totally
completely different. Like, I'm gonna go in trying to block everything.
Fun, though.
the blocking or the parrying in this game is a lot more forgiving.
It's essential though. You know what I mean? Like,
it's also very like the space that you have to hit the parry is way bigger than in fucking Dark Souls. You try to, or Elden Ring even.
But also in Dark Souls and Elden Ring, you're not having to worry about your posture. You know what I mean? So like your blocking also affects your own posture and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's less about like timing your block, and I mean you still have to time it, but it's
your blocking does affect your posture in Dark Souls and
really?
Elden Ring. Yeah, it actually, you can't break theirs really, but they can break yours. And in Dark Souls and Elden Ring, you can make them like stutter or like fall back, kind of.
Yeah.
But typically, it's like I haven't found a way to guarantee that to happen. Like
I never used a shield in fucking Elden Ring. I always use like 2 swords or something.
Same. I'm Dex build all the way. I'm just quick with it. You know, I run in, I'm just like.
My first Elden Ring character was an all Dex build, and I had 1 sword that did bleeding damage and 1 sword that did freezing damage, and they were both like ninja swords, and I was just fucking fools up. But now I've got like a magic. My second run through was like a magic build, and I didn't realize how fucking dope the actual like
so easy,
the magic
dude.
is. Because if you get a sword in this hand, there's some like good swords that scale with like magic builds to be super powerful. And then, like, you know, with this hand, you're shooting fucking spells and shit. Like, just having a ranged attack is, like, stupid in that game.
So cheap,
like,
dude.
It changes the whole game. Like, it makes it so much easier. The boss fights change, you know. Everything about the game changes, you know.
That's why I always try to do, like, a sword build, like, just for skill on the first round at least, you know. Like, I always hate it when people immediately jump to the fucking mage magic builds where I'm just like, why even fucking play, dude? It takes the hard part out.
See,
like,
for me, it's just about having the most fun. You know what I mean? Like, whatever I think.
I just want it to beat my ass, dude. Like, I don't know why. Like, I like the feeling of, like, overcoming something really fucking hard. Like,
I just didn't realize how much of the game I was neglecting. Like, my first run through. Like, I legitimately didn't know that there was so much shit you could do. Like, you know? Like, and then there's the whole other set of magic. I can't even remember what it's called. Fucking,
Elden Ring's basically a full-on RPG.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like it's like Breath of the Wild with like way cooler battles, you know? Or not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the Erd Tree situation. Yeah, that and like I also like using the what is it, the ichi katanas. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, I love katanas in Dark Souls.
That's what I'm saying, man. My first build in Elden Ring was the double katanas, man. That was so fucking dope.
But anyways, that's what I'm playing. Hopefully, I'll beat Genshiro or whatever his name is and move forward. If I don't, maybe I'll quit playing Sekiro.
Oh, dude, you got this. You just got to power through.
Well, it sucks because there's nowhere else to go. Like, it's like you have to beat this part to move forward. So I'm just kind of stuck. Like, there's no, like, oh, let me just go over here and fight somebody else. Or, like, try another boss for there's a gnat flying around. Yeah.
I think you're going to get it, man. You just got to give it a couple more tries, you know?
It'll come.
Yeah.
It'll happen. But anyways, let's move on to the video game news. So just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place for your ears.
Yeah. Not a lot of good news this week anyways. Let's see. Let's read this one. Saber Interactive, the developer behind the remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, is reportedly splitting off from Embracer Group.
Good.
Borderlands developer Gearbox is also reportedly set to be sold, although the future of both Saber and Gearbox has yet to be confirmed officially. According to Bloomberg, Saber Interactive is going to become a privately owned company with around 3,500 developers.
That's a lot of developers.
That is a lot of developers. Hopefully they're still working on KOTOR.
Well, I doubt they would have. I think that IP, like that contract was given to them by, you know, like being part of Embracer.
That's lame.
Yeah, so
Maybe
they're probably
Disney
just going
would
off
reach
to do
out to them, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you think about the money that's on the table over this, like, and Disney has the right to do whatever they want with their IP. Like, maybe they could just cut the fucking corner there and just be like, hey, look.
I honestly don't want them to do it. I want somebody like good to do it.
I do too. Honestly, I would love for like Obsidian or somebody to do it. You know what I mean? That would be crazy.
That would be cool.
But it says, let's see. It says Saints Row developer Volition was seemingly going to be sold also, but the deal fell through prior to the studio shutting down. So, you know, a lot of bad stuff going on.
Yeah. No good.
Most of the news is just stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Well, there is some decent news. The Pokemon Company just held its first Pokemon Presents event of the new year.
Okay.
It lasted about 13 minutes. And so here's some of the stuff from it. We're getting a new Terra Raid event in Scarlet and Violet. Or it's already started. So it says to celebrate. Basically, when the day that they did the presents, it marked the anniversary of Pokemon Red and Green being released in Japan originally. So to celebrate, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet players will have the chance to do a Terra Raid where they can catch one of the 3 final evolutions of the Gen 1 starters.
Okay. Give me that Blastoise, though.
Yeah, it's going to end on the 5th, so by the time you hear this, it's too late. But the next event starts on March 6th, and players will be able to catch a mighty Blastoise until March 12th.
Oh, you get a Blastoise.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. It's not
no, I'm sorry. So the event started with Venusaur. So like you won't be able to get Venusaur.
Okay, fuck Venusaur. That's
yeah, but you'll be able to get Blastoise on the 6th, and then you'll be able to get Mighty Charizard on the 13th. Through the 17th.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry we skimped you guys on Venusaur, but, you know, we're here.
Technically, if you listen on the day that this goes up, then you will still have a chance. So.
Or if you're listening right now, live.
Gonna get it. And then, let's see, a new collaboration event between Pokemon Go and the anime series Horizons. The series kicks off on March 5th. 2 days before Pokemon Horizons, the series premiere is in the U.S. exclusively on Netflix and will continue on March 11th. As part of the collaboration event, Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge, all of which were Pokemon that originated from the Paldea region, whatever, will arrive in Pokemon Go. Additionally, Pikachu wearing Cap's hat will be a new costume Pokemon that will appear during the event.
Cap's hat?
Cap is the new main character, like, now that Ash is gone.
Oh, okay.
I think his name is Cap. I could be wrong.
Does he have a cap?
Yeah, he's got a hat.
Cap's cap?
It's Cap's hat, dude. Cap's cap. Yeah.
No cap.
No cap. Cap is wearing a cap. But a Pokemon trading card game coming to mobile. So if you're looking for another way to play Pokemon on your phone and you're a fan of the official Pokemon trading card game, during today's presentation, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket was announced. This game will allow you to collect virtual Pokemon cards in addition.
Is this already out, or is this?
No,
when is this coming? I'm down for this.
This is sometime later this year, but it says so. It'll allow you to collect virtual Pokemon cards in addition to battling with your friends. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is a collaboration between the Pokemon Company, the Pokemon Trading Card Game creator Creatures Inc., and Masters X creator DNA. The game is designed for those familiar with the Pokemon Trading Card game, in addition to those who love Pocket Monsters but never played. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is out sometime this year on iOS and Android. They didn't even mention the weird stuff about it. Like, it's made for it because, like, there's already a Pokemon trading card app that's like it's way more like, I don't know. It's more, I guess, you know how there's like two different Yu-Gi-Oh apps? Like, there's one that's like Duel Links or like the quick duels, like, you know what I'm talking about? There's like, that's what this is. Like, whenever you battle in this one, it's like a quicker version of the battles.
Dope.
And so, like, every day you get 2 packs of cards. And, like, it'll pop up, like, a foil pack or whatever, and you got to, like, cut it open and, like, get your cards out or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, it's also for trading. And one of the features is, like, some of the cards will have, like, interactive art where, like, you can go into the card and, like, see what's happening around and stuff, like on old classic cards and stuff. Like,
oh, that's tight.
Yeah, it just seems like a fun time.
Yeah, it seems like, I'm all about that.
And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of microtransactions to buy more cards if you don't want just the 2 packs a day.
They're going to be making a fortune.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I like the idea of a quicker Pokemon battle, like, trading card game. That might actually be fun.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'll play.
Definitely. I will be playing. But the last major announcement from from Pokemon Presents was a teaser trailer for a new Pokemon Legends game. While no gameplay was shown, we do know that Pokemon Legends ZA will be set entirely in the city of Luminois City, whatever that means. Luminois? Sounds too familiar. The name of that city should sound familiar to Pokemon fans, as it is the major city in the Kalos region. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, apparently it's already existed.
Yeah, wow.
They should still watch themselves. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
Wait, so say that again? I'm so sorry.
It's a new Legends. You know how they did Pokemon Legends Arceus? They're doing a new one called Pokemon Legends AZ.
So it's like set back in the day like the old one? Like
I think
other one?
people are thinking this one's going to be set in the future.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, like, you got Arceus from the past, and then you got AZ from the future.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah,
that
it could be cool.
Tight.
In the Kalos region.
Okay.
Anyways, what you got over there?
Well, did we talk about it on the show, the Star Wars game that got canceled?
Yes, we did.
We talked about it last week, the Mandalorian thing.
Yeah, go ahead and read about it, just in case.
All right, let's see. Earlier today, Electronic Arts announced that it'll be laying off 5% of its staff. On top of that, the company announced that it'll be moving away from certain games based on licensed IP, with Respawn's upcoming FPS Star Wars game reportedly being canceled. Although EA doesn't explicitly say that the canceled game was Respawn's FPS Star Wars game, it's worth pointing out that all the signs point to that. Earlier this month, it was reported that the studio was working on a Star Wars Mandalorian game that would take place during the height of the Galactic Empire. Currently, this is the only game that seems to fit the description of what EA is describing. The upcoming Mandalorian game was highly anticipated for various reasons. First and foremost, it was because it was being made by the same studio that worked on Titanfall 2, a game that was generally well received. There's blah, 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 blah. So yeah, basically, fucking Mandalorian game is out. It looks like most likely is happening, and that's a big bummer because we were really going off about how we wanted to play that like last week.
Yeah, Devin was hype about it. Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's going in the trash. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot more news like that, but before we get into the bad news, apparently, so. Fans have been wondering why the Ghost of Tsushima PC port is not being released, especially since Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition will be available on March 21st at the Epic Games Store and Steam. This might soon change, though, as one of the trustworthy sources in the gaming industry speculates that the PC port of Ghost of Tsushima might be shown next week. So this is the tweet. I'm hearing that we might be getting something about the Ghost of Tsushima PC port pretty soon, maybe around the 5th. So by the time you guys hear this, you may know already.
I'm thinking it's probably like more to it than just porting the Ghost of Tsushima over to PC. Like I'm thinking they're probably doing like enhanced textures across the board and stuff. You know what I mean?
They did it with the other ones.
Yeah, I think they did it with Last of Us and stuff. But it's like, I think, you got to give them a little time to cook. You know what I mean? Because that's a big old game and it's already really pretty and there's probably a lot to go over to make it like PC worthy. You know what I mean?
Did you play that game?
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it a couple times and I got kind of bored with it every time. I never really beat it. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm not going to want to play it now that I've played through Sekiro.
I think that was my problem is like I first tried to play it right after Sekiro and it's just a totally different kind of game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like an action game. It doesn't look like
It's like way too easy in comparison to Sekiro. You know what I mean? If you're like playing the games head to head, like if you play Sekiro first and then go play that, it's like
you're leveling up.
It's like boxing a 5-year-old, you know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like whenever you I'm sure if you just go play the game like normally, it's fine. You know what I mean?
But that's how that's my problem with games like that where it looks like it's like, yeah, get ready for this crazy open world like not ninja but like a samurai game or whatever. And it's like, but the sword play is just going to be you mashing buttons. And
well,
it's like,
I mean, there's it's got some cool things going for it. Like you've got different stances you do, and they like affect how you fight, kind of like Yakuza or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's also like there's like stealth and there's bows and stuff. Like it's pretty cool. Like there's a lot going for it. It's just like it was just kind of hard for me to get into, and I don't know why. You know what I mean?
It's just I think that's the thing is like I feel like I wish the level of like combat like detail, it doesn't even have to be that difficult. Just like make games more realistic in the combat, at least whenever it comes to sword play. Like I don't want to just walk up and just slash somebody to death like real fast. Like if there's an enemy and they got a sword and I got a sword, I want to be able to parry. I want to be able to like fight them like.
Yeah, it's got all that. Like I said,
so
it
is
just
pretty
feels watered down compared to Sekiro after you play Sekiro directly. Like I've always thought, like I'm gonna come back to this and play it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. But it just I never.
You needed it at the time.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't. In my
I feel
mind,
like it's definitely worth playing. You know what I mean? But it's like you can't play it right after you get done with Sekiro because the tone is different, and like it's just. Sekiro is just so big and fantastic, and this is like a piece of history, kind of, but with it's like with way less grounded gameplay. I don't know how to explain it. It's good though. It's just not. It's not the same.
Yeah. Whole different vibe.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Different flavor.
Different flavor. All right. What do you got?
All right. Let's see what we got over here. Oh no, here. Let's see. Okay. I'm not even gonna read too much about this because it's just the same shit that we're talking about everywhere. But actually, we kind of mentioned this a minute ago. EA is laying off 5% of its staff. But let me go ahead and just skip that one because we basically talked about that already. And let's see. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting one. The creator of the popular Switch emulator Yuzu is the target of Nintendo's latest anti-piracy lawsuit, with the gaming giant claiming in its suit that there is no lawful way to use Yuzu to play Nintendo Switch games. The lawsuit, picked up by GameFile Stephen Totilio, is seeking equitable relief and damages from Yuzu creator Tropic Haze, alleging that the emulator unlawfully circumvents its copyright protections, knowingly facilitating piracy at a colossal scale. As part of the suit, Nintendo points to pirated copies of Tears of the Kingdom that leaked prior to the game's release, saying that the game's files were downloaded over 1 million times, with many of the websites hosting the files saying that the game could be played in Yuzu. So basically, there's about to be a big old lawsuit, and I think Yuzu is going to have to fucking shut its doors, probably. You know what I mean? I can't see them worming their way out of this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't mess with Nintendo.
You can kind of, like, say, hey, we're preserving the classics if we're emulating, like, Game Boy Advance or something, but, like, this is modern consoles, you know what I mean? Like,
this is pirating.
Yeah,
this is
like straight up. Like, I mean,
you walked in with a fucking gun and like held up the store, basically.
Yeah, so sketchy stuff. You know what I mean? But
you gotta be tough to be a Robin Hood. Like against Nintendo.
Yeah, you really do.
You gotta face the fucking music because they're gonna make you. Yeah, but
it'll be interesting to see how this lawsuit goes. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of factors here. You know what I mean? That may or may not protect Yuzu. That they intend for. Like when they made this shit, they probably thought there's some kind of legal thing that they probably thought like we have a loophole here.
I don't know. It seems like they just shot first and ask questions later. It seems like a bad idea.
You think? I mean,
I don't think Nintendo files lawsuits unless they know, like, because still to this day, Power World hasn't been issued anything. I think they have their lawyers literally comb through things, and then when their lawyers are like, yeah, they're fucked, let's go. Like they're like fucking like hawks flying around, like just they can eye these things. Like they've probably got like a literal like 10 lawyers who they just like sit there. That's their job. They just go through everything that's happening with Nintendo IP, that's not being done by Nintendo, and they see what can be sued, what all that shit. Like I think it's just they're dead. Like they're done.
Yeah.
We'll see though. I could be wrong. I may have to eat my words. But so this is important for all of you Quest users out there. The final nail in the coffin for Oculus branding is coming, as Meta announced today that those who fail to migrate their Oculus account to a Meta account will lose access to all of their games and in-app purchases at the end of this month. In an email sent out to some Quest users spotted by The Verge, Meta warned that if you do not integrate your Oculus account into a Meta account by March 29th, not only will it delete your account, but you will lose access to anything from the account, including games, DLC, achievements, and
how do I know if I did that?
Like you're gonna lose everything.
How do I know if I'm safe? I don't know.
I think it says users can seamlessly migrate their Oculus account to a Meta account by heading to Meta's official website and signing up for a Meta account. However, users must use the same email address associated with their Oculus account for their games, store credits, and other user data in their newly created Meta account.
Bro, Jamel can tell you, I've got
hundreds
of dollars worth of games.
It's more than hundreds of dollars. You got thousands of dollars. You got 134 games.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I can't lose that shit.
No. Yeah, you need to go onto the website.
I'm pretty sure that I originally when I got my Oculus, I just logged in with my Facebook, which should be fine, right? Like you think that would be good? That's that's Meta. That's pretty meta.
That's not meta. Like
not meta.
You got to go deeper into the meta.
How do I do it, dog?
Just go to the Meta website.
Let me go on the app. Hold up. Let me go on the app right now.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to lose my.
I mean, you still have till the 29th. It's only the 4th. We're good.
Oh jeez, dude, this is scary, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
It'll be all right. Yeah, like I'll make sure. Like I'll send you a text and be like, dude, go to this link and fix the shit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool.
But
anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess is it my turn?
Hold on, what you got?
See what we got here. Let's see
what you got.
Okay. Oh man, another one. Just so many like this. Life is Strange True Color developer Deck 9 Games announced that it would be laying off staff. The studio mentioned the game industry worsening market conditions as the reason for the cuts. Today, we made the difficult decision to lay off 20% of our staff. These people are amazing, talented, and awesome developers, Deck9 said on Twitter. They've made a huge impact during their time at Deck9 Games, and we did not take this decision lightly. So, that's pretty lame, 20%. That's a fuckload of people, probably.
Who was this again that did this laying off?
This is the Life is Strange Before the Storm True Color developer, which I honestly feel like is one of the better Life is Strange games, and probably because it's made by somebody other than Don't Nod, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah. That's, there's a lot of this going on. It seems like the entire industry is just fucking like purging.
Yeah.
They're just purging. Like I'm talking like full on. Like I wonder if like all the execs just called each other from different companies and like, is it time? Are we gonna just fuck everybody? Like
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, literally. Like.
Yeah, that's fucking fucked up, man. All these people. Hopefully they're getting some kind of severance package or something.
Here's another one. This is basically like, so Sony did a huge 8% of global workforce has been let go by Sony.
Damn.
So, yeah, Sony announced a significant.
That's like not just their game department, like fucking.
No, it's global, but it's 900 staff have been let go. So
okay, that's not that as much as I thought.
That's quite a bit.
I mean, that's a lot, but I thought 8% of global staff would be like way more than 900. I don't know.
You would think that, right? Like, that does sound like a lot more. But, I mean, if you think about it, that means that there's, like, probably 10,000 workers, For
Sony in general, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, but it says...
But still, that's, like, incredible, the amount of crazy shit that those 10,000 people produce if you just take a step back and look at everything Sony for a second. You know what I mean? Not just the games, but, like, the electronics and the fucking,
Oh, everything.
The movies and the fucking, that's wild.
This mainly affected gaming, though, for whatever reason. It says the layoffs affected a number of PlayStation studios, including Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla, Firesprite, and most significantly, PlayStation's London studio, which they closed completely. Or, like, just shut off. Alongside the layoffs, a number of in-development games were canceled, Sony said.
It's weird that gaming as an industry is taking such a big hit right now because it seems like one of the few, like...
That we're doing fine.
...forms of entertainment that's still fucking, like, viable and making lots of money and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Maybe you're right. Maybe all the execs sat down and maybe it was more of like a, hey, let's all sit back and like, do we really need all of these people type shit? You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a collective fat trimming throughout the industry. You know what I mean? Like if we all do it at the same time,
then they can't get mad at all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's like not one of us can be singled out, you know?
Yeah, exactly. If the whole industry just does it at once, I don't know. I mean,
it
that
honestly
might just be
feels
kind of
like
a conspiracy theory, but like,
Or it could be a trickle-down thing where, like, one did it, and then somebody else was like, all right, let's do it right now while this and then...
Or their competition will get ahead if we don't do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or it's just like everybody's...
There has to be some sort of analyst that's, like, making these calls, and they're all seeing the same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it says... Okay, so it says... this is from Jim Ryan. We have made the extremely hard decision to announce our plan to commence a reduction of our overall headcount globally by about 8% or about 900 people, subject to local law and consultation processes, Ryan said. Employees across the globe, including our studios, are impacted. These are incredibly talented people who have been part of our success, and we are very grateful for their contributions, but they can kindly get the fuck... No, I'm just kidding. However, the industry has changed immensely, and we need to future-ready ourselves to set the business up for what lies ahead. What lies ahead?
You don't want to know.
AI. We need to deliver on expectations from developers and gamers and continue to propel future technology in gaming. So we took a step back to ensure we are set up to continue bringing the best gaming experiences to the community. Ryan published an email he sent out to staff this morning and reassured PlayStation gamers that, quote, our plans for reorganizing and streamlining are so we can continue to deliver the best gaming experiences possible.
Don't get me wrong. I have no doubt that, like, PlayStation will continue to deliver dope shit.
Amazing
you
games,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, just the other day we got that fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog, like, announced. Did you see that?
That wasn't for PlayStation.
I think it's a PlayStation exclusive, bro.
No, that was like a I know what you're talking about. There's no way.
We gotta look it up. I'll look it up real quick. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure that was just like an indie game.
I thought so too, but the more I looked into it, the more I came to.
Yeah, it's made by a team called El Gato del Tejado.
And is it gonna be for what platforms? Look up.
Let's see. Is this no? There's not even a wiki for this thing yet. No. Yeah, so it's just so it says this Courage the Cowardly Dog game has been in the makes for a while.
Oh, maybe I was incorrect. I don't know. Somebody I could have swore I saw something about it being a PlayStation thing. My bad.
Yeah, I think it was made in Dreams.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
They made that in Dreams?
Something like that. It says, because instead of focusing on the value of the creation... Wait, this is in Dreams, right? Why not tag it? My hype lasted for as long as this video. It says, because instead of focusing on the value of the creation...
Dude, that's incredible if they made that in Dreams. And I don't doubt that they did. I've seen some really amazing shit get made in Dreams specifically.
Yeah, it is made in Dreams, but so that's why it's probably a PlayStation exclusive, because you have to play it through Dreams.
Okay. Fucking A, dude. That's insane. Okay.
Yeah. But...
Well, never mind then. I thought that was a real thing being made. My bad.
No, I think it was just like one dude.
Dude, you'll be amazed at some of the shit people make in Dreams, bro. If you ever get bored, just go on Dreams, fucking surf through the dreams people make. There's so many knockoff fucking Resident Evil games that are just actually really impressively made. You know what I mean?
That's one of the ones that they need to bring to PC. Why is Dreams limited to the console?
Well, especially now that it was basically a last gen game and it's limited to the last gen platform. Put that shit on PC. People could go crazy with it, dude. And it's a VR friendly, so you could totally hook it up to PC VR. I don't know. That's another thing. I would love to see a PS5 release of Dreams where it's I understand if you want to keep it PlayStation, you know what I mean? But so go ahead and give us the fucking PS5 updates that works with the PSVR 2 and shit. But PSVR 2 is basically abandoned, bro. It's the saddest thing. I wish I wouldn't have bought one. And I never say that about a VR headset. You know what I mean?
No.
But it's
it's Brent Bass that's saying this.
I just legitimately feel I played Resident Evil and I had the time of my life. And I played, and I'm glad I got to play them. But it's dang, that's basically all I'm getting out of this,
Well, yeah. And so speaking of which, in the same article, they talk about, Ryan published an email he sent out, blah, 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 blah. U.S. employees will be told today if they still have a job in the U.K., where labor law requires a consultation process for mass layoffs. Sony has proposed shutting the PlayStation London studio, which had previously created VR games entirely. Ryan didn't confirm this in the email, but it seems like London Studios' co-op PlayStation 5 game set in the modern fantasy London is canceled. Ryan also announced layoffs at fellow UK studio Firesprite, which is working on a new narrative game. Firesprite, what did they do?
Something VR. I think it was Farpoint or something.
No, Firesprite's... No, they did flat screen games.
Did they?
Yeah.
Hold up. Firesprite.
Yeah, they did... Oh, they did the big ones. The with the chick with the red hair, the bow.
Oh wow, Horizon?
Yeah.
Did they publish it or develop it? Because Guerrilla Games made Horizon.
Yeah, I don't know. They helped with one of the maybe they did the VR Horizon game.
Oh, that must be what it is. They did the Horizon Call of the Mountain.
Is that what they did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is what they did. So, yeah, the VR's just out. They're just fuck it. We're just going to open it up to PC, and then, we're I don't know what they thought.
That is so fucking lame, bro. I wish they would have, had a little more foresight into what they were going to do with the VR, you know what I mean? Because it's not like people didn't want the VR. It's just that,
there's no games.
There's nothing to do with it. People were waiting for you to put out enough content for it to become worth getting, you know what I mean?
I don't think it sold as well as they had hoped it was going to, and with the Quest 3 and everything we were talking about, probably they saw the writing on the wall that with the Quest 3 being cheaper and all that stuff, they were just fuck it, we'll leave it how it is, open it up to PC. If people buy it, we've already made our money back. If people buy it.
I want to see how the PC integration goes, because honestly, I would love to have like a PC thing that's more stable. But I don't know how it's going to work with the fucking USB-C if they just expect me to hook a fucking USB-C up to my computer, you know what I mean? Like,
well, it's not only that. Apparently, so I was reading some people's like remarks on this, and this is just like random people, so I wouldn't take it serious or anything. I'd take it with a grain of salt. But they're saying that the PlayStation 5, a lot of the tracking and stuff was built into the games, not the headset. So like, basically for people to make games work on the PS5 for the PC, they're going to have to go in and basically just make a whole new version of each game for the PS5, which is like,
I doubt that.
They said that it's like, at least a bunch of people were like responding, being like, yeah, this is like the reason why they didn't do it on PC in the first place, is because of the way that you have to develop for it. But I'm like, I don't see how that would work.
I don't see. I mean, when the tracking is perfect, when you're just looking at the controllers, like in every other situation where you're not playing a game, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see how that would be.
I don't know.
It's got the same kind of like cameras tracking infrared lights that the Quest does. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine it being much different once the software is like.
I guess we'll see, because like once it comes to PC, you're gonna have people wanting to put games on it. You know what I'm saying, or make games compatible for it. So like we're just gonna have to see what they say, like, because the news is gonna blow up once that actually happens.
If it doesn't just like work with Steam, then it's not gonna fucking take off. You know what I mean? Like,
I would imagine it would,
unless it's got its own like PlayStation ecosystem, which I can't imagine it would have. You know. It's going to have to be, like, compatible with Steam, probably, or the fucking Vive port or something. You know what I mean?
With them cutting it off already, like, I doubt there's going to be any type of thing like that. They're just going to open it up, maybe make some kind of module, or little fucking interface. Not interface. What the fuck am I talking about? Thing to make it connect to your PC. That's it. And then they're going to be like, here you go. And I'm sure there'll be some third-party studios still making games for it and whatnot, like on console, but I think that they're basically done with it. I mean, they basically said they're done with the PS5 like less than 2 weeks ago. They're like, we're coming up to the end of the PS5. I'm like, what? We're like, bro, we just started. Like, I don't know.
I think that might have been a little bit like, misconstrued. I feel like they're saying, okay, it's been 4 years, so we're going to do another 4 years. Like, we're at the halfway point kind of thing. Like, everybody's, like, viewing that like, okay, we're at the end of the
They
life,
said we're
I mean?
coming up on the end. They said that.
Yeah, but I think when they say that, they mean, like, we're past the halfway point. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's like, I feel like with this generation, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I feel like
I agree 100%. Like, I mean, especially with the like 2 years or so of like just
COVID
inaccessibility. You know what I mean? Like,
COVID basically made the new generation not really do anything. Like there's no games on both. Like both platforms feel just dead. Like I play on my PC. Like I don't have anything to play on my console.
Yeah.
It's like we need these next 4 years plus probably another 2 years to really build the catalogs.
And I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think this console generation, I think once you get to that 4 year mark, 4 years from now, the analysts and all those people who make all these decisions are going to take a step back, and just like the fucking Switch has been existing for fucking eons, the PS5 and the fucking, Xbox will get another breath of wind probably. I mean, that's just the way I see it, like.
I think they just need to release their mid-gen upgrades or whatever and let it go another 6 years, like no matter what. Like
the only way that like Xbox and PlayStation like release something crazy in the next 4 years, in my opinion, like another new console like PS6 or something, is if like just chip technology gets so crazy with like the 5 and 6,000 series like graphics cards, you know what I mean, that like there's some kind of massive jump in fucking like, just hardware. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, like to the point where like another manufacturer could easily compete with them by like producing some sort of platform. You know what I mean? Like that's when they would jump on, the train.
Well, I think that's why they're doing the mid-gen hop on both of them. Like at first Xbox was saying there wouldn't be any mid-gen console like update, but now they're saying there is. You know, so like I think that's going to be the plot.
PlayStation didn't really do a mid-gen thing though, did they?
Not yet. But apparently, you know, like there's rumors that
I thought they were shooting down that shit. Like
no, Xbox was. Xbox was the one shooting down the rumors, and then they turned around and they were like, "Yeah, we are working on something." Remember, they said by the end of the year we want to have new hardware. So, like, I think they were just trying to cover their shit because they're doing the digital only versions, and so everybody was like, "Oh, that's all they're doing." And then they were like, "Yeah, we're not doing a mid-gen upgrade." And then randomly, like, they were like, "Actually, there's going to be surprise, motherfucker." Yeah, but anyways. Back to the shit. The proposed changes mean that we will enter a period of collective consultation before any final decisions are taken. All employees who are part of the collective consultation will be made aware of the next steps today. So blah, blah, blah. But Insomniac took a huge hit, which is weird because they do the Spider-Man games, which are making amazing money.
Yeah.
Head of PlayStation Studios, Herman Hulse, confirmed the layoffs impact Spider-Man developer Insomniac, The Last of Us developer Naughty Dog, as well as Sony's U.S.-based technology, creative, and support teams. Horizon developer Guerrilla is also affected. Hulse confirmed some games.
Everybody.
Literally everybody. So
all the ones that actually are doing stuff, like
the ones that are making money.
Yeah.
Hulse confirmed some games had been canceled as part of a reevaluation of how we operate, but failed to name them. But basically, Insomniac put out a thing saying, we are focusing our energy on helping everyone who's been affected in this challenging time. Like several other teams across SIE and PlayStation Studios, Insomniac Games was impacted by yesterday's layoffs. There are no sufficient words to express our feelings about it. Blah, blah, blah. According to leaked documents, Sony had called for staff cuts across its first-party studios. Dreams developer Media Molecule suffered a round of layoffs. There were significant cuts at Destiny developer Bungie and prior layoffs at The Last of Us developer Naughty Dog. I don't know what's going on. Like, and it seems to not just be Sony. You know, obviously Xbox less than a month ago had their giant layoffs, and then everybody else now. So
the AI, bro.
I think it's the AI.
Every single person that can be replaced by AI, they're like, okay, he's out.
Yeah, you're gonna start having
it's like the people making the textures for the grass and shit. They're like, no, we don't need y'all anymore. Fucking AI.
We got that shit. Yeah. It's sad to say, but I feel like that's probably what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like the thing that like happened in Hollywood where they went on strike forever to like basically kind of be like, yo, we're not gonna, work until you guys promise us that AI is not gonna take our job. That's what they should have been doing in the gaming industry.
Yeah, for sure.
It's too late now. I think it's over, but we'll see. Anyways, you got anything else?
Oh man, jeez. I got heavy there for a second. Let's see. The Twisted Metal live service game is canceled. So last bit of bad news there if you're a Twisted Metal fan.
That sounds like it would have been awful.
Yeah, it probably would have been.
A live service like Twisted Metal game.
I'm just tired of the live services.
Yeah. I mean, it was the original Battle Royale, technically. They could have just done a Battle Royale.
Would actually be kind of sick.
Yeah, I guess.
Just kidding. Bring the live service back.
Yeah. The creators of the upcoming Prime Video Fallout TV show have likened it once again to Fallout 5, calling it a quote-unquote non-interactive version of the future video game. So I wonder when they say that, if that means that this, like when Fallout 5 comes out, it's literally going to be this show. Like it's.
I think they just mean it's going to be like its own self-contained story where it like starts in the vault and like takes you on an adventure through the wasteland. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what I can't tell. Is it actually that? Like,
I don't think it's literally going to be the story of Fallout 5.
I don't know. In an interview with Total Film, executive producer Jonathan Nolan said the project is almost like we're Fallout 5. Okay, there we go. Yeah. From the first conversation with Todd Howard, Bethesda development chief and executive producer on the show, we were most excited about an original story.
You know how pissed people would be if they just called the show Fallout 5?
And they didn't put out a Fallout 5 game.
They just skipped to Fallout 6 when they make the game.
Quote unquote, Fallout in my career is closest to the work we did in adapting Batman, where there's so much storytelling in the Batman universe that there is no canonical version of it, so you're free to invent your own. Each of the Fallout games is a discrete story, different city, distinct protagonist with the same mythology. Our series sits in relation to the games as the games sit in relation to each other. It's almost like we're Fallout 5. I don't want to sound presumptuous, but it's just a non-interactive version of it. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with that. That sounds like exactly what I was hoping for,
Same. Here's actually, I don't know if this, I guess this is good news. It's bad news for Xbox, but it's good news for this developer. But amid mass layoffs, studio closures, and general industry uncertainty, today began with a handful of studios and companies reclaiming control of their own destinies. We learned this morning that Saber Interactive and Gearbox are reportedly breaking free from Embracer Group.
That's right.
And now it looks like Crash Bandicoot developer Toys for Bob has sprung free of Activision and Microsoft. The studio announced this news via a blog post stating that Toys for Bob would be spinning off into indie development in an effort to return to its roots.
Bro, what the fuck is going on behind the scenes right now, dude? Well,
that's just a buyout. I mean, imagine. So, there's no way Microsoft was like, yeah, you guys can just go, because they came with that big chunk of Activision Blizzard, and I'm sure they offered Xbox enough money to be like, we want to go off on our own, here you go. I wonder how much that costs, but because Toys for Bob could have made remade Blinks the cat, or all these things for them.
Yeah.
Because
they did Spyro too. I mean, and Crash, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
They did Spyro. They did the Skylanders games.
Yeah. So they're doing all kinds of cool shit that's making a lot of money. It's not like all those remakes did really well.
Really well. Yeah. So I don't know why Xbox management is just really dumb. I think possibly because they could have just been like, no, we want you guys to make us something awesome. At least one thing before you leave. Try it out. Then we'll let you buy yourselves out. If you still want to go. They should have just threw production money into them and let them make just something awesome.
For real.
They
should have had them work on remakes of their classic shit.
Conquer,
Crimson Skies or something.
Yes, anything. Yeah. Literally anything. They could have done a full remake of, and it would have been awesome.
It would have been tight.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But it's also good for them, I guess. That's what they wanted. Let's see. I was going to say... Did you have anything else?
No, I'm out.
Okay. Good. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess we have to bring this up. It's another thing that's pissing people off. Developers at Rockstar Games have hit out at the company's decision to force staff to return to the office 5 days a week to close out work on GTA 6. Most people work 5 days a week, sir. This week, Rockstar notified staff of its return to office order due to start in April, which it said had to do with completing development on GTA 6, quote, at the level of quality and polish we know it requires, end quote, and to mitigate security breaches. GTA 6 is developed primarily at Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Scotland, although support comes from a number of other Rockstar studios across the UK and the world. Now, the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, which represents video game developers in the UK, has publicly criticized Rockstar for the move and published testimony from current developers who warn it will significantly affect their well-being.
Why?
Because they have to work.
We're never going to get Grand Theft Auto if y'all don't go back to work, guys.
According to the IWGB, the last year, 170 Rockstar Games workers in the UK signed a petition opposing mandatory 3-day office work. Now workers accuse Rockstar of broken promises and have expressed concern about health, carrying responsibilities. Okay, first off, I think we're past the part of the COVID issue. If you're really that worried, just go get your shots or whatever. And literally everyone's back at work now. You can't say it's COVID.
Yeah.
You can't. It just makes no sense. But anyways, and a heightened risk of overwork or crunch. Some workers have said they moved their lives further away from studio locations that would now need to be reversed in under 6 weeks. Whose fault is that?
Bro, it's your job. It's your what?
Like, you chose to move away.
We moved to Alaska, okay?
Nah,
you expect me to commute?
It's like, dude, why'd you move to Alaska?
That's why there's fucking layoffs going on right now. Because you dickheads don't want to fucking come back to work.
I just can't do it, man.
I'm sorry.
No,
that's insensitive of me. I don't know the whole situation, but like, geez.
I want to feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, everybody else has to. Like, it's not like you started this job. Like, it's not like you came into Rockstar working from home. Like, you came in, then COVID happened, and everybody had to go home. That everybody knew that was temporary. Like everybody who worked from home, it wasn't like, oh, this is forever. Like, it was, and if you chose to move somewhere knowing that you're on a temporary, like, work from home situation, and then they're like, hey guys, it's coming to an end, and you're like, what the fuck? I moved. Like, it's like, you did that. You chose that.
Yeah.
You know, like, get a new job now. I'm sorry, but like, like, if I just did that to my job, you know, like, my job, I went in knowing it was work from home. Like, I literally applied for a work from home job that was like set as permanent. Now, if they switched it to like, oh, you got to come in full time, that would be weird because they're in fucking New Jersey, you know? So like, it doesn't make sense. You know, they wouldn't be hiring in Texas. You probably were hired centrally, you know, like in a place, like they were like, you have to be within 30 minutes to an hour of this location. Yeah. So like, I just don't understand. Like, it's like, you know what your job expects of you. Why even get the job if you're going to do this? Like, if you don't want to make GTA 6, get the fuck out, you know? I'm sorry, God.
Like, if your children have to go to school 5 days a week, you know what I mean? Like,
and they don't get paid, bro. They you know, like
6 days a week. No, 5 days.
5 days. Yeah. We've been out of school so long. We think
I don't
6
even know.
days.
Yeah. But it's like, if the kids got to do it,
yeah,
you got to do it too.
Come on, like what example are you setting for your family in that way? Like,
I mean, like, just assuming that like that one dude can be as productive from home as he can from the office. Like, I doubt everybody is like that. You know, like you can't just be like, okay, just because I can do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, or just find a job where you work from home. If you have GTA 6 and Rockstar on your resume, you can literally work anywhere in the industry. Just find a work from home job.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, well, my benefits and stuff are too good here, well then,
but you got the privilege of having your name in the credits in GTA 6, bro. That's like not something a lot of people can fucking say. I feel like it's worth getting up and going to work. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Basically, you know, I guess I'm not in that position. I can't really say. Hold on. I'm going to scroll down to the comments. I want to see what the very top comments.
What are the people saying?
Yeah, let's see what the people say. Are we wrong here?
Maybe we are.
This is what it is to work for someone. You can search for other employment if you don't like the work culture, location, hours, etc. The organization and its leadership must do what is best for the organization and stakeholders, so long as it's ethical, moral, and legal.
Rockstar leaving this comment.
Yeah, this is the top comment by somebody named Tyrannius on IGN. They put, I'd prefer to work from home too. I'd also complain and have complained about losing telework, but I also choose to stay in my current position when I know I can leave it and find other work. I decide that the work I do is more important than the stress of going back to work, which is very stressful. Employees do have to adjust their lives to return to work posture, but it can be done and does become normal. Just like when we all got sent home during COVID and adjusted to working from home. That was stressful and required adjustment. Yeah, so I mean, like, it's just common sense, I think. So the next person, COVID has made everyone feel entitled to special treatment. COVID has passed, and the luxury of staying at home to work went with it. I was fortunate enough to be in construction during COVID, so I didn't have to lock down for 2 years. Developers were able to stay at home in their safe spaces and to be paid for their work. They're not the only ones having to go back into the real world away from their families, as well as face health issues.
Sounds like a lot of vocal, angry people.
Yeah, that are like, bro, you're so fucking privileged, like, to be working at fucking Rockstar, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's hard work, you know. I'm sure working in the office, it's long hours and shit, but, you know.
I think it's a similar thing to where, like, where like the common person hears like an actor complaining about how hard their acting job is, and you're like, just shut the fuck up. Like, go work at fucking, Brent's job, or like go like, and then tell us how hard it is. You get paid like, these guys working for GTA 6 do not get paid less than a 6-figure salary. Like they're
making bang, dude.
They're making fucking money, and not only are they making money, they're guaranteeing that they will make money on that level for the rest of their lives, because this resume is now GTA 6 or GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2 or any of these things, Rockstar North, like, so I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't care. I'm sorry, but like, you got it good. You got it good.
At least you guys aren't getting hit with a round of layoffs right now. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking A, dude.
You're choosing to get laid off.
At least 5% of your company isn't getting the fucking bullet right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like, and the ones that are like, well, I had to relocate or whatever. It's like, imagine, your company telling you, hey, we're going to go on for the foreseeable future. We're going to be going, work from home because of COVID. And then you're like, I'm going to move 3 hours away. Like, who in their right mind does that? Like, there's no, like, guarantee. Like, I would be so anxiety-ridden constantly thinking, like, oh, dude, any day now they're going to tell us we got to come back. And I'm 3 hours away, so this job is basically gone. These are the people that, like, moved and are just trying to hold on to their fucking position somehow.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen, dude. You made that decision. Sorry. Move on to the next job. Which you could get easily.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But you're probably also making enough money to just move back. Even if you just live in an apartment until fucking Grand Theft Auto is finished. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
it is what it is, They'll find somebody that will. That's the problem, that's just the way that work works. But anyways, that's it for gaming news.
Yeah, depressing week in news this week.
Yeah. Definitely.
Lots of Pokemon. We got a new Pokemon coming. Yeah.
I wanna be very best. Yeah. Then anyways, we're gonna jump on over to this week's hot releases.
Shit.
So there's 2 games that are, I guess, technically hot. We got the Outlast Trials officially releasing.
Oh, okay.
Coming out of beta to everything but Switch on March 5th. So tomorrow. Or if you're listening to this today. And then Unicorn Overlord, which I haven't played this or anything, but I keep hearing about it, like in the industry. Everybody talks about it. It's like some kind of strategy game. And that's coming to Xbox, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One, and then PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and to Switch on March 8th. It doesn't seem like it's coming to PC, or at least not on the 8th. It may already be out on PC. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Now...
Man, that was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, there's not
an all-around anticlimactic episode. You know what I mean?
Look, man, all we do is we bring you the news. What do you want us to do? Change the news?
I don't know.
You want me to change the station?
I don't know, man. The only thing exciting that's come out is fucking Final Fantasy, and that was like last week.
That was last week, dude.
We don't get anything for a long time, man.
For a long time.
When something good's supposed to come out, man.
I don't know.
It's got to be something good.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm sure like in the next couple weeks. It's just this week that there's always a big jump between like good games coming out.
Yeah.
Or at least recently. But anyways, let's jump into Chat GP trivia, dude.
All right, I told it to do horror games this time.
Okay.
So,
sweet.
We're just gonna try it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Question number 1. What is the name? This is a dumb question.
Okay.
What is the name of the fictional city where the majority of the Silent Hill series is set?
Silent Hill.
Hey, good job. Good job. You did it.
It's a trick question.
All right, question number 2. In Resident Evil. What is the name of the virus that turns people into
the T virus?
Oh, good job.
The
good
Mr.
job.
T virus. Dude.
I pity the
They all just become Mr. T.
That would be like a crazy fucking...
That'd be a good mod, dude.
Yes,
Somebody
dude.
should do that.
The Mr. T virus. Oh, that's great. All right, question number 3. What horror game involves players using a camera to fend off...
Fatal Frame.
Damn, I didn't even finish the question.
The moment you said camera, dude, like...
It could have been Outlast. It could have been all kinds of shit. You were good, bro.
That's just instinct. I was like, you're right. It could have been. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish the question.
No, I'm just impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that was it was Fatal Frame.
Just fucking...
You know what I mean? Like...
Just fucking quick draw.
Like, I didn't even get to the main clue. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. All right. Question number 4. Which horror video game is set on a spaceship infested with alien creatures known as necromorphs?
So difficult.
These are way too easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's a hard one. Okay. Question number 5. In Outlast, where is the game's protagonist, Miles Upshur, trapped?
Wait, in the first one?
In the first one.
In an asylum.
Yeah, but what's the name of the asylum?
Oh, dude, there's no way I could remember that. What's it start with?
An M.
Is it one word?
No.
2 words?
Technically, it's 3 words if you count asylum.
So it's Mount. So it's Mount.
I don't know. Keep going. You're almost there.
What's the second word start with?
I don't know. I'm not giving you the
Give me the letter
word.
because I won't remember.
It's an M.
Mount Moon. From Pokemon.
No.
Mount Mordor. I don't know what is it.
It's Mount Massive Asylum.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm giving you half a point because you got Mount. You know
and
what
Asylum.
I mean? And Asylum.
Okay.
And you knew it was an asylum. So yeah, you get half a point on that one.
I'll take that.
All right. What is the name of the family that antagonizes the player in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard?
Oh, fuck. You know, I don't know. I know, like, I'll just never remember it. Yeah.
It is the Baker family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have never got it.
That was a good question on ChatGPT's part.
Yeah, good job, AI.
All right. Question number 7. Which game, considered one of the first survival or examples of a survival horror game, requires players to investigate a mansion filled with traps and puzzles while avoiding
Resident Evil
enemies? Actually, wow, it's not.
Hold on. No. Okay. I know what it is then if it's not Resident Evil.
Okay, what is it?
It's fucking A. What's the first letter?
A.
Afraid of the dark? Or no, it's
you know it. I know you know it.
Alone in the Dark.
Yeah,
Alone in the Dark.
You got it.
Yeah, I know. I played it on Game Boy.
Good job.
Color. Yeah.
Wow. Good one. You're really good with these horror games, man. You know your horror video game trivia.
I'm scared, dude.
Question number 8. In The Evil Within, who is the game's primary antagonist, responsible for the nightmarish world that the protagonist finds himself in? Spoiler alert! God dang.
Yeah, it's a chick, right? I forget the name.
According to this, like, ChatGPT, it says Ruvik. I don't really remember the fucking...
Yeah, I don't remember it either. It's been so long.
I remember there being a girl that was, like, a bad guy, but I don't think she was, like, responsible for the, like, dream world or whatever. She was, like... That was, like, the dude's head you were in. It's like Inception, kind of, like...
oh, yeah,
you're in some, like, murderer's head, and that's why there's all this fucking weird shit going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Ruvik sounds familiar.
Dude, The Evil Within has one of the most underrated, like, plots in a game. Like, it really has a dope fucking story, like, tied into it. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoyed that game.
I did too. I think it was too long. I think that was the only problem with it, was just a little long in the tooth. If they would have, like, condensed it a little bit more and focused more on the puzzles, like, it would have just been a perfect Resident Evil game.
I really enjoyed it. I definitely feel like it was very close to being a perfect Resident Evil game for sure. Like, I like the second one too, but I feel like the first one is scarier and, like, more
focused.
Because in the second one, you know what's going on. You know you're in this, like, dream world or whatever. You know, the first one, you don't really find that out until, like, the end, or unless you've listened to GameSpeak podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it spoiled for you.
Yeah. Anyways, question number 9. What 2004 horror game in... Oh, my God.
If it spoils it, like the question, then just kind of change it to something that you think would make me not notice.
Okay, we're not even going to do that one because, like, That's just weird. Like, the way it's written is weird, and then it corrects itself in the answer. I'm just not even going to do that one.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, question number 10. This isn't really a horror game, but whatever. What device does the protagonist of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice believe is necessary to save the soul of her dead lover?
Device?
It's not really a device. It's what thing. Let's just say, what thing does the protagonist...
Like a rune or something? Like
It's his head. She's got it in a bag with him.
Oh, okay.
With her. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have no idea. Did she kill him?
I don't remember. I don't think so. No. Maybe.
What was the question that was weird? What was it about?
It's like, it says, what 2004 horror game involves writer named Alan Wake searching for his missing wife in a small town where he discovers the horror story pages he's writing? Like, obviously it's Alan Wake.
Yeah.
And it says, okay, so the answer says, although Alan Wake fits the description, it was actually released in 2010, not 2004. The question mistakenly cites the wrong release.
I like how it just fixes itself without fixing it.
Yeah, like questions, like it just answers its own question.
It's like, why not just fix it?
Because it's like asking the question and then like searching its own database for the answer. It like doesn't know the answer to the question it's asking. It's like it's like searching for the answer and then like.
Oh, okay. Wow. But yeah, all right. Got some of those.
Yeah.
I know some of these questions.
But pretty good job. Yeah, you got almost all of them.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. A bit scary. But remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com.
Your dog is looking at me like, what the fuck was that, dude?
The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us in the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find us on Facebook by our names, and check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.
Later.